So I'd like you all to imagine something, right? You're riding your bike all by yourself, just you. It's a beautiful day and the sun is shining in your face. The wind is gently pushing you along. You're enjoying yourself. Keep riding like that with a big smile on your face until you reach some hills and the road gets steeper and steeper. It's not flat anymore. But you keep going. After a few hours, you're tired and the sun goes down and it gets dark around you, but you still keep going. Even when the rain starts falling and the wind picks up and it gets uncomfortable, you're still not stopping. You keep riding over all these hills through the night, through the dark. Everything hurts. You're tired, you're hungry. But you keep going. Not because anybody's forcing you to do this, simply because you decided that you want to do this, right? Now, does that sound like fun to you? Probably not, right? Then why would anyone want to do this? Why do people choose to do hard things in the first place? Okay, I have to give you some context. So I'm not a professional athlete at all, far from it. I'm just a regular guy, but I like riding my bike over long distances. And I take part in self-supported bikepacking races. Now, these races, they're nothing like the Tour de France or any other bike race you might know from TV. There's no one at the side of the road handing us water bottles or food. There are no team cars, no mechanics. It's really just us on our bikes for thousands of kilometers. So the clock never stops. It's outside assistance is not allowed. And whoever gets to the finish line first is the winner, right? So what does the winner get? Right, nothing. Absolutely nothing. There is nothing to win. So what's the point? Why would anyone do this? Why would you race if there's nothing to win? Seems like a stupid idea. It's a simple question. It's a bit more complicated to answer, and I will try to answer it from my own personal point of view. So over the last 10 years, I've ridden my bike for about 150,000 kilometers all across Europe. Thank you. I've crossed Germany on my mountain bike. I rode down the Irish West Coast, and I crossed Europe on 3 different occasions. And every single one of these rides was a unique and unforgettable experience. But why on a bike? You could easily take a car or a plane to go and visit all these places, right? Well, it would have been a completely different story. I believe that overcoming hard times, believing in yourself, and making it to the finish line, all under your own power, that will do something to you. First of all, you will get to know yourself so much better, and that will help you in all other aspects of life. But it's not only about the feeling of finishing something difficult, about the sense of achievement or the pride in the accomplishment. These races, they're basically huge adventures. So you're riding day and night. You end up being sleep deprived. You're hungry, you're tired. You end up sleeping in pretty random spots like bus stops or benches. And you just try to keep that forward momentum. All while there's nothing to win. Or maybe is there? Because one thing is certain, when you dare to make yourself vulnerable, that is when some of the best things happen to you. I truly believe that seeking discomfort is much more valuable than choosing the easy way. Well, you experience so much in so little time, and you learn and appreciate that the low times, the bad times, are as crucial as the good times. In that sense, it's really a metaphor for life, right? So this year in a race across Europe, I crashed on a wet road in Bosnia. And once I reached Albania, the wounds had become infected, and I had to go see a doctor in a hospital. My back wheel, the rim, cracked, and I had to find a new wheel somewhere in Greece. I was chased by a lot of angry dogs, and I had to ride through thunderstorms at night in the middle of nowhere without any shelter, and I was scared. And every single day, there were moments where I just wanted to give up, where I just wanted to go home. But I'm really glad I didn't, because I made it to the finish line, and I made some incredible memories on that ride. If it would have been easy, it would have been less memorable too. Now, I can see a lot of you thinking, this is nothing I would like to do, and that's fair enough. But I really do think that a lot of people do crave some kind of adventure in their life, and that doesn't have to be anything extreme either. Adventure can really be found everywhere, right in front of your house. I guarantee you that there are places, just a short walk or a bike ride away from your house, that you haven't even heard of. So, I used to travel to foreign countries seeking out adventure, until I really started to discover the Taunus Hills, just outside of Frankfurt. That's where I grew up, right? So I thought I knew my way around. But it was really only until I started to take some unbeaten path that I really discovered the area and the potential it has. So I became a little bit obsessed, and I created a route through the Taunus Hills. And it's not an easy route. It's definitely hard, but it's also beautiful. And that's how I think every adventure should be. So 7 years ago now, I invited a few of my friends to test out the route with me. And we do that every summer since. My friends told their friends. Every year, more and more people showed up. So this summer, there were 90 people at the start line, all eager to have their own adventure. They all choose to do something difficult because they see value in that. And these people, they're not professional athletes either. They're regular people, just like me and you. There are a few in the audience tonight. They decided they want to do something difficult in their life. And over the years, we've had people of all kinds of ages and abilities, not professional athletes. But they all faced the challenge. Some of them try to do it as fast as possible, while for others the challenge is to just finish it. The fast ones are very impressive, of course, but it's usually the other stories that stick with me. So for example, this year we had a rider that is partly paralyzed, and he rides a special bike. And he made it. He reached the finish line, just like the others, without any outside assistance. When I talked to him at the finish line, he just shrugged his shoulders and said, anybody can do this, as long as I want to. He said, anybody can do this, as long as they want to. And I think that's an important point, because he really wanted to. So he went and did it. And he fulfilled a dream. So I know a lot of people have a dream that they think is maybe too hard to achieve, that they think it's impossible. They wouldn't be able to finish it. But if there's one thing I learned on my bike rides, is that if there's something that scares you and excites you at the same time, that's when you have to go do that thing. It's a little bit like today, standing here on stage. So yeah, I really believe that it's when you make yourself vulnerable that some of the best things happen to you. And it's only when you face the challenge that you find out what you're really capable of. So overcoming hard times, that will always do something to you, that will reward you, and it doesn't matter the outcome. You will grow from it, and that makes it worth it in itself. So in short, that is exactly why I choose to do hard things in the first place. Thank you.